Yo, Fellashippers, what up? Welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Rap. I am Rap, aka Big Ham, aka the smartest one in the room, especially when it's just us three. And I'm back with my fellas, twin number one Keith and twin number two Ken. Now check it out. We're gonna be reviewing Ozark today. If it's for your first time with us, welcome to the Fellowship Hall. We are a nice place where we review shows that we all enjoy. We keep it clean for the most part, and we try to make sure that we kind of dissect these shows that we like, tell the reason why we like them, why we dig them, and then give good reviews and predictions on what's going on. So welcome to the Fellowship Hall. Come on and check us out. And I'm going to have my fellas introduce themselves this time. Fellas, how's the Fellowshippers, baby?
What's up, Fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka the moral compass of the group, because I'm keeping these guys on the straight and narrow.
What's up, Fellashippers? It's your boy Keith, the moderator. You may not know me, but I know you, hopefully, as new Fellashippers. The moderators and subscribers. The moderator's job is to make sure we try to stay on topic, but also to give my reaction and review. So, Big Ham already said it, but I'll go ahead and say it again. Today, we are reviewing Netflix's own The Ozark. And we know it's season 4. We know it's season 4, and we already been watching seasons 1 through 3 when they first came out, but we never reviewed them. So this is going to be, unfortunately, the last season, but our inaugural review of Ozark. So Big Ham, go ahead and kick us off with your reaction for season 4, episodes 1 through 4.
Man, you know, before we reviewed it, we always talk about the show amongst ourselves. I would always say, man, this is one of the best shows on TV.
So well written.
Extremely well written. It don't miss. One thing I like about the show, was how all the characters, most of the time, they operate at their peak. You know what I'm saying? Like Ruth is on her game at the most part. Darlene with her crazy self is at her craziest most part. Marty is always on this game. Wendy is on her political game. The dude who I say the hardest in the family, Jonah, he on his game. He's a genius. You know, man, look, Jonah been the hardest in the family. Man, Jonah went and pulled down on he done pulled down on 3 different people with the gun.
Listen, man. That's the thing about Jonah. Jonah at one point was the most reliable of the family, including Marty. But Jonah was the most reliable until this season.
Jonah,
man. I mean, he in his feelings, man. I mean, his only uncle or favorite uncle, he just realized his mother killed. He don't understand the whole. He don't understand the whole reason why.
Man.
It had to happen. Like it had to happen. He don't really understand. All he knows is his mom killed his uncle. So he kind of, but Jonah gonna come around, man. He gonna come around. You know, he gonna come around to where it need to be. But like I said, everybody in this show operates at their peak levels of operation. Now, the one thing that I did notice, out of all the seasons, it was one mess up on the writing.
What's that?
What do y'all think it was? I think it was?
One mess up for episodes 1 through 4?
Episodes 1 through 4. I think it might have happened in episode 2. But it was one mess up on the writing.
I don't know. You have to tell us.
You gotta give it to us.
The sheriff walking to his death, man. That was one mess up. Why would he all of a sudden care? I didn't like that. He looked at that message from a stranger on the back and it said, "Do your effing job, please."
Please, yeah.
And walked to his death.
Yeah.
I just thought that was just so convenient. So convenient.
Hold on, I think it's because it's the last season, right? So it's not like we got to look forward to him next season. Although I didn't really care for him much anyway.
Right.
It was kind of like, let's send him off in a better way than he's been portrayed throughout the rest of the season, in my opinion. Because he's been a slacker. Exactly. He's been a slacker. He hasn't been doing his job. He's been taking payouts or looking the other way because of fear or money or whatever. And this was the first time. Yeah, this was the first real time that he did something that wasn't because he had to do it or because he needed to do it to, make sure he didn't get in trouble. It was an honest job as a cop finally. And yeah, it led to his demise, but I think that maybe they were trying to send him off in a honorable way, like Ken said.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know if they're doing that. I think they were more so trying to create more conflict between Javi and his uncle, the elder Navarro. I think that was that too. But I just thought it was like, when I saw him read it, I was like, he better go down there and get off. But it did happen. But, like I said, like this show operates at their peak. I like the way, Marty is a magician, man, how he can try to just,
calm.
He's so calm, but he is the king of finding a plan B, bro.
COD
He is the
too.
king of, he is the king of finding a new plan. When something don't go right, he calmly finds another strategy, man.
His mind is
He's the
always
king of it.
working. Yeah.
His mind is always working, and he's the king of that, man. So he's got all these things working. We've made a deal with the Shaw Pharmaceutical Agency.
Shaw
That was a
Pharmaceutical,
good deal.
it
And
was.
then we had the first little shipment go without a hitch. And then Marty, being
Well,
Marty,
I mean, aside from Hobbit being there.
Javier.
yeah,
Yeah.
Javi, he's an excellent villain. He's an excellent villain.
He's an excellent
And he's
villain.
also
doing his
operating
job.
at his peak of his powers.
That's
And
true.
But
he's
Javi
ruthless.
was there.
Yeah.
Then Javi flakes on him, and so Marty finds the plan B is to go to Snell and Ruth, and then that comes up crazy. So it's like now you got to try to find another way to fix that. So that's where we at now on episode 5. But that's the next thing to go on. But it's amazing how everybody's operating at their peak level. Even Charlotte. Charlotte's doing her thing at the casino.
Charlotte's stepping up.
Charlotte stepped up and went and met. She stepped up and went and met with
Helen's daughter.
Helen's daughter, and laid it to her straight. Like it was hard how she laid it to her. It was hard how she laid it to her. And then Jonah, he at odds with the family right now. He's learning money even better than Marty for Ruth. Which is why Ruth he got 16 shell corps set up already. I'm like, dang, he doing his thing. We already know he's a good shot with the gun. Yeah. He's gonna come around. I think Wendy is operating at her peak in her political field, but she is not operating at her peak
reckless.
as a mother.
She getting reckless.
She's dropping the ball as a mother. And so I think that's
as
the biggest
sister.
As a daughter.
She did what she had to do.
No, I agree. She had to kill her brother because her brother was gonna get them killed. But she had to do what she had to do to save her family. So I applaud that, boy. I commend that. But the way she's kind of throwing it out in everybody's face is reckless because it's going to keep drawing more attention to her, in my opinion. So that's what I mean by she slandering his name.
She did that press conference.
Yeah,
the press conference about him being missing was just that was stupid. That was stupid. But man, other than that, man, like I said, this show doesn't miss. I think when I first started watching, I think I text y'all man, this show.
Y'all got to try it.
Doesn't miss. And so, man, I'm enjoying these first 4 episodes, and I'm kind of bummed out that they got a part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah,
I was really ready to go ahead and get to the whole thing, but yeah, man. But once again, Ozark is one of the best shows on television, bro.
It is. The writing is superb.
It's amazing, man. It's a great show, and we review other shows that we love. And I mean, we are emotionally attached to them. And with Ozark, man, it's we enjoy the show, we love the show, but we don't find holes in the writing often, if at all. And
realistic.
It's refreshing. Yeah, it's refreshing.
Yeah. All right, Ken, go ahead and give us your reaction.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with the guys or the Fellashippers. It's been off for so long with this hiatus that honestly, I forgot way more than I thought I would about the show. Now, obviously, I remember the main staples in the show, but it's a lot of stuff that I don't remember about the episode, and I'm a little bit disappointed about that because it was gone for so long. But once I started episode 1, it was bringing me back in, drawing me back in, and just everything started coming back. I'm loving how the family is maturing. I'm not loving how Jonah's maturing, but I guess that is what it is. But I think
it's good writing. It's good writing, really but I hate it. I hate it as a fan of the family. Yeah.
Right.
I'm a Jonah guy, man. I'm a Jonah guy.
But like Big Ham said, Charlotte's coming to her own. Charlotte's stepping up, taking it up to the family. Marty is just a likable character, man. Jason Bateman is killing this role, man.
Every role Jason Bateman is in, man, he acts to. It's almost like he played the same straight man every role, but it's done to perfection.
It's done to perfection.
But what's funny is he can play the same straight man seriously, and he can play it comedy wise. Yeah. Exactly. I think about him in Horrible Bosses. He was hilarious in Horrible Bosses. Yeah, man.
It was really cool. one thing that's really disappointing to me, and it's not really disappointing in the writing or the show itself, it's just disappointing me personally, is that I don't like Ruth anymore. Since Ruth is the
I
antagonist to
still like
Marty
Ruth.
and the family now, I don't care for her. She's still her same vulgar, trying to do right somewhat self, but
Yeah.
like her being against the family is bothersome to me. And Marty
I
is
still like
still
her.
caring for her and taking care of her. And I think we kind of touched on Wendy. Keisha mentioned Wendy not being a great mother, but she's still about their business. But I think Wendy is also hates Ruth so much that she's going to end up jeopardizing the family, because trying to put the sheriff on Ruth will ultimately come back to them, because Ruth still
Man.
knows everything about
Yeah.
them and their business. And like Marty said, Jonah is working for Ruth, so it'll still be there too. So I don't
And
know.
she talking about just let her. She pulling the ghost on us. Yeah, let him go to jail.
Let him go to
It's
jail. Might be best
it's
for him.
it's record to be wiped clean when he's 18. I'm like, what
Exactly.
is going on, Whitney?
Yes,
Wendy is messing up in my opinion, man.
Wendy's messing up. And then this new this nephew, man.
Her guilt is just eating her alive, bro.
Maybe. But she doesn't
Yeah, but
show it though.
she
She doesn't
embracing it,
show it.
man. She
Exactly.
doubling down on everything, just continue to use him as her poster boy to
Yeah.
try to sell these rehabilitation clinics. And then Javi, man, this joker bothers me already. He's just getting on my nerves. He's overstepping. Seeing like his uncle know
Unnecessary.
he's a threat and still allowing him to do
Yeah.
everything. And
Ken,
yeah,
let me interrupt you. Big Ham said it though. Hobby is playing the perfect villain though,
he
man.
is.
Like
He
these
is
characters on this show are acting their tails off, man. I hate
Yeah.
Javi right now, man. But at the
Hate
same
him.
time, the stuff he's doing is the stuff he should be doing as
for
this
sure.
drug pen cartel guy that's hopefully one day trying to take over from his uncle by any means necessary. But he's also protecting the business. I
Yeah,
mean, you
he's
love to
trying.
hate him, man. You love to hate
Maya
him.
should have known not to be out there, man.
Yeah, I don't know
She
why she had to
should
be
have been
there.
in the background.
Um,
I think she had to be there to make it look good for her.
yeah, she's still trying to
So
advance her career too. That's true.
exactly, exactly. Go ahead, Ken.
But yeah, but that was it, man. I mean, I don't want to talk too long or go too deep into it. These first 4 episodes, they kept me entertained. They drew me in. I want to see how it's going to continue to go. I was a little shocked that Javi killed the sheriff so quickly.
I knew he was
Um,
dead.
the whole Helen thing at the end of last season was a huge shock. But it was
Yeah.
ultimately by Wendy's hands.
Yep.
So it's just the things that they do on this show are just so cool, and they catch you off guard. You can't really get comfortable with anything except for maybe the Byrde family, maybe,
Maybe.
and that's
Yeah.
Hey,
immediate
man.
family.
You guys made me think about something. One of the hardest moments in this season was man, who was Marty and Wendy talking to when they was asking her about Helen.
No, she was telling the family, right? She was telling
No,
the
no.
kids when they got
They were
back.
talking to somebody and she was like, it's more serious than you think. She was like, Helen worked for that cartel for 10 years
The
and they
kids.
blew her
She was
brains
telling the
out.
kids. She was telling the kids when she got back, because the boy was still lamenting over the uncle, and she
Yeah.
was like, "It's stuff that's got to happen. We just got to clean Helen's brains off us, because she got killed after working for them for 10 years. So let's think about it. That's the only people she could tell.
I think
Nah, it was somebody
Raph is
else.
right. It was Darlene and Ruth and Wyatt when they went to
Yeah,
that
that's who it
meeting.
was. That's who it
Was it
Because
was.
them?
Darlene Ruth
yeah,
Wright.
because
Yeah.
Darlene asked was that tall Amazon lawyer of theirs coming.
My bad. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. I
Hmm.
Yeah.
thought she told
Yeah.
the kids, but the kids definitely know she's
She
dead. But
told her she
maybe
was
Yeah,
it
dead.
the
must have
kids
been
knew
me.
She
she
told
Okay,
her
did,
she
but
was dead.
yeah,
my
but
bad then.
they were trying to make a deal with Darlene about not selling that
Selling
The
heroin.
heroin, yeah.
poppy,
That's
yeah.
what it was. And she was
Hmm.
like, "No, this is how serious it is
Hmm.
for this cartel." Helen worked for them for 10 years. They blew her brains out right on top of us.
Right in front of
Yeah.
You
them,
need to
yeah.
understand what's
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, that was one of
Yeah.
the hardest moments of the show. But go ahead, kid. My bad.
No, I'm good. I mean, like I said, I was just trying to touch on some stuff you didn't, man. But it's a great show, and it's really really enjoyable. What you got, Keith?
Yeah, you guys hit it. I mean, of course, we can't go back in time, but I wish we had been reviewing this show from the beginning, so I could have
From the
went back and
beginning, yeah.
watched our reviews of what happened in the previous seasons, because we would have dove deeper than just looking at the recap. Now, obviously, we could have watched it again, but that's a lot of time. I thought these first 4 episodes, I was worried that they may not be entertaining or nothing much will happen. But of course, I was blown away by the stuff that did happen. Even the stuff that's not, even though bombs aren't going off or people aren't shooting, it's still so much stuff going on in the background.
Right.
Real quick, like Ken said, I'm disappointed in Jonah. I mean, that's probably the natural thing or the realistic writing of the show, but you hate to see that because you're rooting for that Byrde family to stick together, especially with Charlotte coming along. I was proud of Charlotte twice in these first 4 episodes. Well, more than twice, but specifically twice. One when she kicked Ruth out of the office because she
Yep.
was smart
Yes.
enough to know
Smart.
that she didn't. Yep, she didn't. That Marty and them didn't tell her to come run the business. And
Right.
two, when she went and told Helen's daughter. Now I don't know if she should have went and told Helen's daughter. That's just my thinking. But the way she told her, she was honest. And then when the girl was like, "Oh, maybe I'll raise some stink," and she was like, "Hey, we didn't do anything to your mom, but that's not to say that we can't do anything." So, those
It's hard.
goosebumps,
She
goosebumps.
had to
Bro.
do it though, because the girl would have
To
kept
protect
digging,
her.
like we
You had to
see it
do it
with
to
this
protect her.
investigator dude. He
Mhm.
keeps digging and finding out
Yep.
more and more stuff.
But
And
man,
that
dude,
brings
just all he just want a
the
signature.
signature. That's what he says. That's what he
I don't know why
says.
they
He
wanted
just
to tell
wants a
him she
signature.
dead.
No, Ralph, you
They're
can't
not
tell us she's
supposed to
dead.
know.
That's gonna
They're not
raise more
supposed to know.
questions.
Right.
But that brings me to my next point: is the dude, this private investigator guy, he's clearly doing too much.
Way too
Way
much.
too much.
Way too much.
Way too
He
much,
pretty
man.
good at his doggone job though, man.
Man, listen, he's going to the Ozarks to get a signature from Helen, and he can't find Helen. So what does he do? He dives into Wendy's background. Come on, man, this guy's going too much. He's doing too much. And he's listening to her speeches about her brother, and then going to see her dad about her brother.
Well, again, keep in mind, Keith, that he hacked into the security system and he saw Jonah come into the house with a gun, and
That
that's
he
what led him to
saw,
the
yeah,
Byrde
that's a
family.
good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, obviously, he's doing a
On
heck of a
top of,
job.
we don't know what the bag is, man. He probably looking at a nice little bag to solve this case, man. Well, to get the
To get
signature.
the signature. Is it worth his life? I guess we'll see. So I need you guys to help me out. Marty didn't have anything on Maya, right? He just told her about the other drug cartel, right? He didn't. Maya didn't put herself in a bad predicament with Marty, right?
Yeah, I
He
don't
had
think
something
so.
on her.
I don't
He
Did
had
know,
to
he
have
have
Ralph.
some.
some on him?
He had to have something on her in order for her to be able to, for him to be able to stay out of
Get out
jail.
of.
It
Mhm.
was something that happened, but I can't remember. It was something that happened to where they compromised her some kind
Yeah,
of way when she was at the casino. Remember when she was at the casino investigating him? It was
and
something
she.
that happened where they compromised her some kind of way, but I can't remember.
Yeah, so
Okay.
fellowshippers or new fellowshippers, future
It's still
fellowshippers, what
fellowshippers,
have you,
still
go
fellowshippers.
into go into the comments and let us know what Marty has on Maya to make her work with him right now, because she's still reluctant to do anything with him because it seemed like it's some bad blood there, and I just can't remember what it was. I remember her not really finding something in the audit, or maybe she found something and she told him, and they agreed to something. I know she took down the other cartel, which made her career, but it's still something that Marty did that he had to have over her that I can't remember.
I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember him doing something to her because they took her out of the field. Remember, she did
Did they?
something. They took
Nah,
her
I
out of the
think she
field.
was
Yeah,
auditing because she was already out of the
Yeah,
field.
yeah. I think she was auditing. Yeah, she was the forensic auditor or whatever. But anyway,
Yeah.
all right, fellowshippers. Next, we're gonna go into our next segment, and if you're new, Big Ham is going to explain it to you. But we like to do segments where we, give some different types of thoughts on the characters or what happened in the show. So this next segment is our Gots to Go segment. I'm gonna let Big Ham explain it. But if you're new to us, go check out our other content, and we got a few different segments. So Big Ham, go ahead and give them the Gots to Go segment.
and man, when we did our pre-production meet, Ken said he wanted to do it, man. So I'm gonna toss it to him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you remembering, Big Ham. Not sure what's going on with the moderator there, but nevertheless,
He he
um
uh, he, he must have had that in his notes.
the Gots to Go
Insider.
segment, as you can see scrolling down at the bottom, the Gots to Go segment is where the three of us have decided what characters need to be gone from the show. And gone, originally, the moderator and I thought maybe gone should be just off the show, no longer relevant. We just don't care to see them anymore. Big Ham fought, and we had to struggle, but he has won, and now Gots to Go means they must be brutally murdered. And we use that in any of our segments, or any of the shows that we review that are especially violent and especially dealing with drugs. And I think the Ozarks fits into that category.
Definitely.
Got to go means a character is getting on our nerves and we want them gone. We don't really have to have a main reason, but the predominant reason for got to go is if we have someone that's in direct opposition to our criminal protagonist.
That's
And
right.
that is the Byrde family here, in my case specifically Marty. So when we entered for this segment, the got to go people are people that we want gone, murdered, killed to advance the criminal protagonist.
Okay, well said, Ken. Big Ham, go ahead and kick us off with your number three. So we're gonna give three. So your number three is the least that got to go, and then number one is the most that got to go. Big Ham, give us your three. Your number three got to go.
This is gonna be a shocker, man. But my number three got to go is Wendy Byrde.
Oh my goodness.
Wendy
Oh
Byrde, man.
man.
I'm gonna tell you why, man. It's just like whenever something comes down to being screwed up for the family, it seems like Wendy is always at the middle of it. And it's always her emotions in the middle of it that's kind of getting this thing screwed up. The fact that now she tried to get Ruth and Darlene locked up and get her son locked up, that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's out here openly in the public lying about her brother missing when we all know he's dead and got killed by the cartel. That's causing a problem. She's also just being just crazy out of line with Jonah, even though you know Jonah's disobeying. She's being crazy out of line with him and how how he's processing his uncle being killed by her. You know that she had done. She's been out of line with how she's been dealing with him. And I feel like it's some of her guilt. She just been rubbing me the wrong way. She have always rubbed me the wrong way, man, from the beginning when Marty got the film of her getting knocked off by the dude. And then I didn't like how she fired on Marty when Marty told her that he enjoyed seeing her lovers bounce off the pavement. She's always been. I just never have liked her much, man.
Come on, man. She's part of the Byrde family, man.
She's part of the Byrde family, but I don't like her.
Okay.
She's the least likable member of the Byrde family.
I agree with that.
She's the least likable member. And so my number three got to go is Wendy Byrde.
Okay, Big Ham. Okay, Fellashippers. That is kind of left field, but I mean,
it's Big Ham.
Wendy's messing up. So listen, I was gonna pose this question to you guys real quick, not to get off track too much, but I feel like that the true, we say criminal protagonist because that's who we root for. But I feel like the true criminal mastermind in this whole series is Wendy, and Marty is just making sure she stays safe. I hate to say it, but Wendy is the one that's making moves. Wendy had Helen killed. Wendy, got them in with the head of the Navarro group now by taking late night phone calls with them. Like Wendy does a lot of stuff that we try to overlook because we rooting for Marty so much, but Wendy may be the true.
Her ambition has made things more complicated for them than what it had to be. She was clearly ambitious and more ambitious than she needed to be, and so at one point in time they were out, but she got greedy. And so, man, she got to go, man. She got to go.
Wendy makes choices too, like that Marty is in direct disagreement with, and they're talking to each other, and Marty's saying, "Don't do this," and she still does it. So yeah, I don't agree with your got to go, but I can definitely see how Wendy would be on your list. All right, Ken, go ahead and give us your number three.
Yeah, we've already touched on a little bit. This private investigator, what is his name? Mail Statham.
Saddam.
Or Saddam, my bad. Mail Saddam. He needs to go. He's already, like Big Ham said, he's doing too much, and he's already reached out and dug into the security tapes. Now he know they got a FBI agent that they in tight with. He done went to Wendy's dad and confirmed that the brother wasn't a drug dealer. He is going to be a problem, and we need to get him brutally off ASAP. Mail needs to go. Private investigator got to go.
I don't think he's as big a problem, like he said in with the end of episode 4, where he just want a signature. He's not gonna tell he's not an authority. He just want a signature. If a dead body is just like a signature, so I don't think he's that bad.
He raising questions. He got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you know what? He's doing a good job PI though. You gotta get to him.
I think he's doing too good of a job, PI, like more than his PI job. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get my number 3 guys to go, and you guys probably not gonna like it, but I'm gonna say it because it's my list, and that's who I'm going with. And my number 3 guys to go, who's probably from some previous seasons, but it's Darlene Snell. Darlene Snell is getting on my
Oh, I have
nerves.
no problem with that.
She always get on my nerves. She
Darlene
always
I
get
have
on
no
Snell,
my
problem with
nerves.
that.
she is the reason why Marty and him is in this big of a mess from season 1, where she killed like they contact. So
Damn.
Dale.
Darlene is still acting reckless, man. I feel like Darlene is more reckless than Wendy in
And
most
then
cases
anybody.
than
Man, no,
anybody.
he crazy, man.
Like Ruth is kind of against our criminal protagonist to a degree as far as business, but she really not threatening them in any kind of way. But she's also against Ruth. Like she's hard on Ruth. Darlene Snell is my number 3 guys to go. If y'all don't agree with it or you do agree with it, it is what it is. But I gotta go with Darlene Snell. And I'm gonna go ahead and snake it back and give you my number 2 guys to go. My number 2 guys to go is the same person Ken said. I just feel like that he's a little higher than Ken had him, and that's Mel, the private investigator. This Mel guy is, as I've been saying, is doing way too much. He is taking his job to the next level. Like, okay, you need a signature. Okay, you can't find this woman. Go back and tell the court, hey, we can't find her. We tried to get her. Do what you got to do. No, 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 no. He's digging into our Byrde family and gonna try to bring up dirt on them. He's driving this sweet Mustang. I'm a Mustang fan, so I do like the car he's driving.
That Fox
But
body.
that Fox body, but
Yeah.
he's doing too
88,
much.
89.
Yeah, he's doing too. I guess 88 to 91. But anyway, he's doing too much. My number 2 guys to go is Mel, the private investigator, and I want him to go by the cartel's hand, and I want it to be brutal.
Damn.
Yeah. Ken, go ahead. Give us your
Keith.
What?
I thought we was thinking it, so I thought I was next, but okay.
Oh, go ahead.
My number 2 got to go. And I started to say my number 2 before you said your number 2, Keith, because my number 2 was in agreement with your number 3, and that's Darlene Snell, man.
Wait, tell us why.
Man, I have not liked Darlene ever since she off Dale.
Darlene.
Ever since she off Dale, man. In this season 1, she off Dale.
I think it was
at the end of season 1. I never liked her, man. She crazy. She done killed so many people off.
Darlene got a lot of bodies.
Then she killed her husband too. Like her husband had got into agreement with Marty, and then she killed him and stopped the agreement.
Well, the agreement, he was gonna take her out.
He was gonna kill her too.
He was gonna take her out. Yeah, because she was so reckless.
But I was mad at him for taking that coffee. Like, bro, come on now. That lady ain't stupid. She's gonna get you, bro. He drunk that coffee and
Really back to season 4. Really back to season 4.
Darlene, I've always not liked her, but even so now, she's constantly messing up the deal. Like Marty would have made this side deal with Ruth, and then we get there, Marlene sold that dope. And then, man, Darlene, man, she gotta go. Man. I just don't like her, man.
Big Ham went further than episode 4.
Episode 4, yeah, you passed episode 4, Big Ham.
I must have did, man. Did I?
You haven't got that yet.
We ain't got that episode 5 yet.
My bad, man. My bad for the spoiler.
That's all right. So my number 1 got to go Big Ham. No, Ken, go ahead with your number 2 guys.
Yeah. My number 2 guys to go is Javi. The Navarro's cartel, man. Javier is getting on my nerves, man. And you say he's doing a great job. He is, but he is putting the screws on Marty. He's reckless also. I need him gone. And by him, he already figured out that Maya was there. He's gonna start digging into stuff. He's gonna mess around, either get Maya killed or make her dislike Marty more or something. I need Javi gone ASAP.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in because my number 1 got to go is Javi. And I'm surprised Ken didn't have him number 1 because Javi is clearly the most threat to Marty right now, in my opinion.
You might better save me. You might better save me for last then.
We'll save you for last. Okay, but Javi is my number 1 for basically the same thing Ken said, the same thing I said in my reaction. He is unnecessarily inserting himself in this because he wants to be a part of it so he can take over. And he's putting our criminal protagonist at risk, man. eating dinner with the family. I feel like he's a little too comfortable around Charlotte. Like it's too much going on with Javier, man. It's too much going on with Javier. Now again, he's a likable villain because he's playing the role so good.
I don't know if he's likable, but he's definitely playing a great villain.
As a villain, he's a likable, stereotypical villain type guy. He's smart. He's pretty cool. You know, he does things casual. Like he's pretty calm under pressure, just like Marty. Like
sheriff.
we got exactly. You're the sheriff. I'm so happy to meet you. Let me turn this music down. let me turn the music down. And while he said it, he turned the music up. Like the sheriff didn't think, huh? But anyway, yeah, Javi, go ahead and give us your number one, Rav, which I suspect is going to be Javi.
You are absolutely correct in your suspicion,
As it should be. As it should be.
Javi, man, he is the main villain. He is a scary villain. He has caused, he's causing problems with us getting this deal done with the Shaw Pharmaceutical Company.
Exactly.
He also ambitious to the point where the head of the cartel is like kind of scared of him.
Nervous.
He understands, the ambition.
Right. So it's like, man, we gotta do something about this dude. And I just feel like Wendy or Marty need to go on and just off them themselves. Like just catch them off guard and just off them, man.
Yeah, I think they risk, they risk retaliation.
He won't do nothing.
I don't know.
He'll be happy. Because he already told Marty. He already told Marty that he worried about dude killing him.
Yeah, he probably is coming after him. Speaking of the head dude, I do like the head dude. He plays that role also very well. I was happy that he smacked some sense out of Javi because he didn't smack anything into him. He just smacked a little more out of him. But when Maya took their mask off, when they took the hood off Maya's head and they just were eating their fruit, I was like, that's cold blooded and cool right there.
Have some.
Please have some.
Have some.
All right, Ken, go ahead and shock us with your number one.
Hey, one thing about Ozark, all the Mexican cartel leaders be just cold, man. They be good characters, all of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, so my number one guys to go is not going to be a popular take, and I am fine with it. I'm going to take a page out of Big Ham's book.
Yeah, it can't be Jonah.
Number one got to go.
It can't be Jonah.
It's Jonah Byrde.
Let me finish. End the show. The dude is out of pocket, bro.
Jonah Byrde is getting on my nerves.
How was he number one?
Man, Jonah is number one. Man, listen, from episode 1, I'm like, man, Jonah's a jerk. Episode 2, man, Jonah is getting on my nerves. Episode 3, man, get Jonah out of here. Episode 4, strengthening to get Jonah out of here. Jonah, man, this whole mad over his uncle stuff is just going too far. Yeah, his uncle died, but his uncle was reckless too. And everything the family has been doing all along is been to protect. Everything his parents have been doing all along is protect their family. Now, obviously, the uncle was some collateral damage and it hurt, but obviously they didn't do it for fun. They didn't do it because they disliked the uncle. They did it to protect the family, the close-knit, immediate family. And I'm sorry that the uncle died, but he was a loose end and he was going to cause more problems. He had already was running to Helen, telling her daughter that what her mama did.
Yep.
So he had to go and
he signed it himself. He signed his death certificate himself.
And for Jonah to be a genius or as smart as he is, for him not to be able to recognize that and still crying, or not really crying, but lamenting over it and going to Ruth and helping Ruth, going directly against the family, Jonah needs to go. And Jonah also has just made the family seem like, hey, I run things. I'm doing whatever I want. Y'all can't tell me nothing. His mama trying to push his daddy like, okay, well, I guess he gonna do what he gotta do. Hey, Charlotte, don't talk to Jonah about the business.
Jonah is the muscle of the family. He's the muscle.
Jonah's not the muscle, man. Jonah's emotional.
Jonah is the shooter of the family. That's for sure.
He's the shooter.
He needs to go. He needs to go.
Spoiler alert: Jonah was on my list at number 4. All right, Fellashippers, make sure you let us know what you think about our guys.
I'm a Jonah guy, man. Jonah the hardest thing in the family, bro.
Jonah messing up. I don't think he needs to die though. And Ken, clearly Javi is the biggest threat to our criminal protagonist. So you could have had Jonah on your list. You could have had Jonah on your list.
Jonah's number 1, man. Jonah's number 1.
That's sentimental right there, Ken. That's sentimental.
You call it what you want, man. I already gave the rules of the show, man. Listen, Jonah is my number 1 so hard. I almost had Marty's fathering skills as my number 3 item on the guys to go. That's how Jonah ran over them, man. I'm serious. I almost put Marty's parenting skills over controlling his son
He
as my number
triggered by
three.
the disrespect.
Disrespect, man. It's the disrespect.
He triggered
All
by the
right.
disrespect, man.
All right, Fellashippers, make sure you go in the comments and let us know what you thought about our Gots to Go segment. It was a little fiery today, but I mean, our Gots to Go segment is usually fiery. Big Ham, go ahead and well, I guess before we close it out, which we would normally do, we got some more episodes. Although Big Ham did a spoiler for us, which we are upset about.
Yep.
Let's
My
let's
bad.
let's let's give some predictions about the rest of part one and then what part two might hold. Although that might be kind of tough since we don't know what happened at the end of part one. But let's just give predictions because that's what predictions are.
Well, I mean, they
Well, I know
started
we
the
saw at the
episode with
beginning of the
okay, I
episode
guess
Oh,
with
Raf's
with
them
the
gonna go.
crash.
moving.
I guess
Yeah,
Raf's
Yeah.
gonna go.
So I don't
I
know
said
if the
Big
kid
Ham.
Bob gonna do that or if Javi orchestrated that or whatever.
Looks like an
But you know
accident.
that
It looked like an accident.
of course it's gonna look like an accident. That's what they do. The truck on the wrong side, the big truck on the wrong side of the road,
He blew the horn
like that has happened before. Like with a they've got a hold of Martin before with
with the
vehicles.
truck.
So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
That's true.
so they haven't before. My predictions though, my prediction is that they're not going to be able to save what's going on with getting the Shaw pharmaceutical company these illegal drugs, and that's going to
Okay.
cause a problem for everything. So I think that's going to help. But then I think there's going to be some type of danger to the family, and Ken Jonah is going to come through and murk some people and save everybody.
Maybe. All right. So
Maybe.
so let me ask Big Ham to finish his prediction with will the Byrde family, the four members of the Byrde family, be intact when season four wraps up?
I
Alive or whatever.
I think Marty, Charlotte, and Jonah will be alive. I think Wendy will fly away to meet
Wow.
her maker.
I think that's what you want. I don't know if that's a solid prediction, but Ken, go ahead and
That's
give us
definitely
your
what I
prediction.
want.
Yeah. So I think everything's gonna end up working out for the Birds. That's what I'm suspecting. And obviously we've been talking about how great the writing is on this show, and that would be kind of fairy tale writing, but I think the Byrde family makes it out. Contrary to what Big Ham thinks, I think if a Byrde family member has to die, I think it will be Marty. I think Marty will be the one that will be
Yeah.
sacrificed for the good of the family. Wendy may blame herself, or maybe Jonah end up blaming himself. But either way, I think if one of the Byrde family members has to die, it's gonna be Marty
That's a good
to
point.
save the rest of them.
That'll
Okay.
suck, man.
Yeah,
It
it would
would.
suck, but it would be A1 writing in
Right
my
on
opinion.
par.
So Ken,
Yeah.
both of y'all had great predictions, except Brigham's, his Wendy
Vendetta.
If
thing,
I
vendetta
gotta
was not
choose
great.
a
Yeah,
bird to go,
it's gonna be Wendy.
right?
It might
It
be Jonah
probably
for me.
it probably be Wendy for me too. But anyway, my
Jonah.
prediction, I predict that that I don't know about the Shaw deal. Big Ham might have a more of an insight into that. So I'm gonna stick with the 1 through 4 that I actually watched. I
Right.
don't know if the Shaw deal is gonna go fall through right now. I think that it'll probably be okay because Darlene's supply probably. Oh wait, Big Ham spoiled it.
Big Ham spoiler.
Big Ham spoiled it. So
My
I
bad,
don't
man.
know. I think that something has to happen to be more of a conflict because Wendy has already promised out this money to different people, and she, so that's her promise, that's her guarantee. And if something falls back, then they're going to have to come up with some new scheme. Like Ralph said, Marty always has a plan B, and Ken said, or C or D or whatever. So something happened. It'll be more drama. It's going to be a great rest of the season. And I feel like that the Byrde members, all four, will come out alive, but I feel like that they won't be able to get out of the game because something's gonna happen with Maya, or Javi is gonna kill the head dude and not let them out of the contract or whatever, the blood contract. So I feel like that they'll all survive, which would be good for the fans, but they won't get out, which I guess some fans may like and want them to be in the game. I'd be happy with them getting out of the game and
Wendy
being
didn't like it.
safe. Say who?
Wendy, she like being in the game on the tuck.
Yeah, yeah. But I think they'll live, but I think that they will still be in the drug game, and maybe Jonah will go back to the family and have to take a bigger role. But yeah, if somebody does die, Ken, though, I agree, it'll probably be to my chagrin, Marty, which it'll be good writing though. It'll be good writing. All right, Big
Right.
Ham, go ahead and close us out.
We want to thank y'all for coming to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Rap as we reviewed season 4, episodes 1 through 4 of Ozark. We hope you'll come back when we do the remaining episodes of part 1. Hope you'll come back and check us out as we do our other shows like Power Book 2 Ghost, Power Book 4 Force, or Book 3, I don't know. Yeah, Book 4 Force.
Yeah.
As we do Snowfall, as we do other shows that we like to review. So we hope you all come back with us. We hope you all will continue to like and subscribe with us and become official Fellashippers. And in order to do that, get logged in and get plugged in with us everywhere we are, man. At the Fellowship Hall YouTube page, like and subscribe there. You can follow us on Facebook at the Fellowship Hall. You can follow me personally on Facebook at Raphael Hammond. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Hamdog22. Thank y'all for coming to the Fellowship Hall. Until next time, Fellowshippers, be blessed.
Hey, be blessed, Fellowshippers. Be blessed, fellas.